What's up, my beautiful friends? We got the top 5 foods that you, as a footballer, should be eating, and not just the food. We got some drinks as well. And we got a little special something for you today because I've been growing my own strain of plant. Subscribicus maximus, guaranteed to make your life better. Or else, you too can get your hands on this plant by subscribing, clicking that bell notification button, and pressing like on that little thumb thingy down below. Let's go.
Hungry. You put it all in your mouth. Flush it down. Hey, Will, you okay?
What? Could you speak a little louder? I can't. Are there more than 5 foods on Earth, you say? We know that. That's why we created the most comprehensive guide to footballers' nutrition, day 10 of the 21-day challenge. Click the link right down below and check that out. This is just a quick tip and guide for some of you guys to get started. Remember that obviously you want to experiment with food and all these things in different situations on training days, especially not necessarily on game days, to see how you're going to feel. And right now, let's get into number 1. Number 1, fish. And not all fish, specifically oily fish, because they are full of healthy fats like omega-3. Now, do I like fish? No, I fucking hate fish. It's weird and gross, and there's scales and things on it, and all you just really want is for it to taste like chicken, and it doesn't, has a weird aftertaste. You people that can eat fish, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how you guys are able to do it if you were a fish in a past life. It's gross. But it's really, really healthy for you. And now, what do? I take supplements. I can take omega-3 supplements, which is something we are going to get into in a complete another video. But for now, why oily, healthy fish? Why eat this? Omega-3 has been shown to reduce inflammation, which is going to allow you to recover quicker, which is going to allow you to train harder and more regularly, which is something that's huge for you as a player. It's also been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. It's also been shown to improve your immune system. It's full of protein, so that's also a massively important thing for you guys after training. And how much is the question. Now, how much of the gross, scaly thing that floats in water do I have to eat to get some benefits out of it? The studies, they show mainly at least twice a week. All right? So clearly you can eat more, you can eat less. It's on you guys to experiment how your body feels and what's best for you. But at least twice a week. Now with supplements, like we said, whole nother thing. Now, if you're not a huge fish fan like me, you can eat broccoli and walnuts because guess what? They are also high in omega-3. And now, on to number 2. Number 2 is quinoa, which of course should not be pronounced like that. It should be quinoa or quinoa at best. Whatever. Point is, it's a healthy carb, which of course can be substituted for rice or for pasta, or you can mash them all together. And the thing that I love about quinoa is it's not gonna make you feel heavy after you eat it, all right? You can shovel this thing into your mouth before the game. If you don't like to play on that full stomach feeling, then this is the carb for you, and I mean that. And it is low on the glycemic index, which you don't need to worry about at all also, but just know that it'll provide you with a long, sustained amount of energy because of the way that it's digested in your stomach. So check it out. Number 3 is, of course, spinach. Now, you might be thinking, why isn't it kale? Well, kale is starting to get a little bit of a complex. Kale's got a little arrogant. You see kale walking down the street and it's walking with its chest out, you know, and spinach is the OG in the game. So we should be talking about spinach because spinach paved the way for kale, right? Exactly, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So spinach, clearly high in iron, has a ton of positive effects on your blood. One of the greatest and most significant effects of spinach is that it will restore your energy levels and also increase vitality, which is obviously hugely important for you as you're trying to recover. Clearly, eating leafy greens is beneficial, so it really doesn't matter if you eat spinach, kale, whatever, all those things. Spinach, I just prefer. As I was growing up, whenever I knew I wasn't eating enough vegetables, I would just go to the fridge and just reach my hand in a tub full of spinach and just shove it in my mouth. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because it's good for you. So one of the other things that it does is decelerate mental deterioration and improve mental focus. And if we look what we're getting from our fish over there and reducing our stress and our anxiety, if we mash those together, what we have is possibly a recipe for the flow state. Okay? And if you want to learn more about that, check out the Way of Will John podcast. It comes out on the audio version every Friday. I know we said it was going to be Mondays, but it's every Friday. And you can check out the rest on 11th Commandment. We talk about all that stuff. Guys, we get experts to come in to talk about all of that stuff. So make sure to check it out. So on top of that, iron is high in vitamin A and K which reduce inflammation. It's gonna improve your bone health, reduce feelings of fatigue. It's just one of those things that you gotta have and you gotta eat. So do it. Now I know that this one is gonna be considered controversial, even when it's really not, okay? Humans been drinking milk for a long time. I know we got a whole thing, it's not the milk of a human and I get it, okay? So if you have issues with dairy and stuff like that, just avoid it, all right? For some of you, this might be something that can totally benefit you. Now, first off, you're gonna have to figure out ways to incorporate this into your diet, whether it's gonna be in breakfast or whatever. Chugging a whole bunch of milk right before the game, probably not a good idea, okay? So the idea here is to kind of get this into your diet, whether that's in the mornings if you have a game at night, or maybe the night before a game, okay? Now, the majority of the studies that have been done have shown that players take the most benefit by drinking whole milk. Now, that's not to say that you can't drink reduced fat milk and still get some benefits. Of course you can. So there are other types of milk as well. That's on you to experiment what is going to be best for yourself. Now, what I want to talk about is what you can do after training. After training, can you still drink milk? Well, it's probably best to drink chocolate milk after, and here's why. It is a high quality protein. It's gonna stimulate muscle repair and growth. The 3-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein has scientifically been proven to replenish muscle glycogen. Basically, the things that your muscles are running off of, all right? It's gonna replenish your tired muscles and it's going to provide fluids and electrolytes. I'm not even gonna name them, okay? The studies that we're referring to now have shown that low-fat chocolate milk is what's best to drink after a game. And that's been done at clubs that I've played at. They dish out, come here, you got a couple boxes, boom. Drink that right after a game, immediately after some guys. Now, there's tons of studies to say you should drink it immediately after, or there's a window, this 90-minute period. We're not gonna talk about that in this video, okay? We just wanna get you guys a good general understanding of some things that you guys can use. Chocolate milk and milk just might be one of them. Now, you see what we've done here, okay? We've got you hooked up with your fish. Boom, we could add a little bit of that spinach in there. We got the quinoa on the side, okay? Got you having your milk maybe after training, something like that. What are you gonna drink when you're actually working out and you're working out hard, high intensity? Well, coconut water. That's what it's there for, okay? It's got tons and tons of electrolytes. It's got less refined sugar, which is the problem with almost all of the sports drinks, that you need to water them down a little bit because they just got tons of sugar in them. Now, coconut water doesn't have a whole lot of sodium, so if you sweat a ton, maybe you want to look at a different sports drink like that. Coconut water may be the right one for you. Coconut water is low in calories, so you're probably not going to feel too full. It's great after a workout because it's got vitamins like C and B. C, of course, as you know, it's going to boost your immune system. So this is something that any and almost every player is going to need, especially because you got to stay hydrated and you got to stay ballin', be at your best. So check it out. That's the vid. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check everything out. We got Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all the rest of that stuff. Go down below, check out all the podcasts. Subscribe to 11th Commandment, where you can watch all the podcasts right here. And then subscribe right above Subscribicus Maximus to our channel so you don't miss out on anything, guys, because you're going to be at home a little bit. You're going to need to watch stuff. Why not watch what we got for you, okay? GOLUREMI.com. Check it out. We will see you guys soon. Peace.
Do re mi fa sol la hitters go Lou Ray me control all them boys from Kansas City where they know we got them tricks. We get it.